some Path of Exile, playing with the frostbolt Vortex. Something that has occurred many times for PoE players. As you try an off screen and you see a reflect that you don't really see and you're just instantly dead. So I thought at this point I'll change my build somewhat. Go for a leap slam. So I logged on this morning, giant frog bug. Thought, yeah, let's change it. Let's just go with leap slam, fortify. I got mind over matter. We'll use Vortex as our main skill, and we'll just go from there and see what it's like. So I did an all max. Take on the first boss, drop him pretty quickly. Don't really take much damage at all. I'm using. I got Karis Jack as well today, so that was helpful. And I got the Pledge of Hands as well. The fire boss, yeah, he goes down pretty nicely as well. I got the using the Warlord's Mark, which is really important for me with the life leech and the mana leech. You need some sort of mana leech or something when you're using mind over matter. So with all this, this guy drew me quite a bit. Tanked too many of those storm calls that he does and all that lightning damage. Just yeah, it's almost ripped but didn't. So quite happy with that. But yeah, like I was saying about the mana leech, yeah, I really like that if I'm going mind over matter. And with the fortify, and it's like 55% damage reduction or something on your life. Thought the chaos might do a little bit more than that, but as soon as I jump in, they all just, even though the AoE on my Vortex is really small, because of the Herald of Ice, which is the only aura I'm using. As soon as one shatters, they just all crit and everything shatters around them, so it ends up being quite good with the AoE as long as you can freeze with the crit. But I'm using the power charges. I get some endurance from Warlord's Mark now, so that's alright, but I managed to do this quite easily. I mean, this is the first. I wanted to go up against something as challenging as what I could for with what I had laying around in my map pool, just to see how good, whether this would work as a sort of build. And it seems to be alright at the moment. I got a bit too tired of being a bit too squashy. I like witches and everything, and because I had the staff using the Pledge of Hands, I just thought, I'll just go with the fortify on the leap slam. I got a curse on hit there, which is how I'm doing my Warlord's Mark. I could go for blasphemy, but I want as much mana as I can, and I've already got Herald of Ice, which is really important for my setup. Take down the beyond boss. That guy went down pretty easy, so I was pretty happy with that. It's always nice taking those guys down. This is the new Chateau map with the Argos boss. He's quite a high physical damage dealing, boss. I've got my damage reduction, physical damage reduction, even with the shield, the molten shell up, is only about 17%. I've got about 10% evasion. I take a lot of damage at the end because my fortify ran out and I didn't restack it, so that's why I almost died there. Wanted to go for the auction boss because he's a bit of a notorious, physical damage boss, but with dealing damage with the Vortex and the high crit, you can crowd control quite well by just freezing him. So you can get out of a lot of what he does by just dropping him really quickly and freezing him. This was before I show you this, come across Inga, she's doing her damage. There's then the underground sea boss, and then Victus as well is up there, and he's quite a high damage dealing Exile as well. So I almost died from Inga. I give Victus by himself after doing the boss, and he goes down quite quickly. So far I haven't died with this one, but I'm quite liking the tankability of this. So there you go, some Path of Exile.